Hi, welcome to Advent of Refactoring Day 16. So we've got here our function that's being called, and we're going to have lots of different functions that do different things, saving as draft, all those types of things. So we've got our one save click handler. It's doing all sorts of stuff related to sort of clearing the form messages, stuff like that, making sure the button doesn't get double clicked, all those things. The only really interesting bit of this function that's going to be unique is these three lines in the middle, which actually sends the data to the API and then does some analytics and stuff like that. So how can we make the rest of it reusable? Well, first of all, just to make life a little bit easier for us, we're going to convert this into the other syntax. So const save clicked equals an async function. There we go. Nothing's actually changed functionality-wise. So we're going to create a wrapper for it. So function action wrapper takes an inner function and it returns the inner function. So this does literally nothing, right? You give it something, it returns the same thing. We can call it here action wrapper, pass it this function, and it returns the function. So literally nothing's changed. We've just now wrapped it in a function. It does absolutely nothing. Great. So now what we can do is we could add another layer of wrapping into it, right? So we're going to say return an async function, and it's going to return a weight of that inner function. We need to pass in some args as well, right? So args and pass those in as well. Args. So again, oh come on, more dots, more dots. So again, this doesn't actually change anything that's happening. Action wrapper now creates a new function, a new anonymous function, that calls the inner function, but does literally nothing else. So all we've done is just make the computer burn more carbon. So yay. But now we've got this sort of section here, we could sort of move bits from here across up there, couldn't we? So let's try grabbing those three bits, move them up into this new anonymous function and format it. Nothing's actually changed, right? We're still doing all the stuff we were doing before, and it's not changed anything. How about with this await bit here? So we'll say const output equals that. Move this last bit across there too. Set is saving and return output. So again, still nothing has changed. Technically nothing's being returned right now, so it's not really doing much. But we've moved all of those bits out and we've just created this wrapper function that does all of that wrapping stuff. Could we just have that inside our separate function? Yes, of course we can. So let's grab that, cut it, to do stuff there, and do this stuff here. And what would actually be useful to return might be this saved message. So let's grab that, shall we? And say return saved. And this bit is going to be having the output there. So let's grab all of that, shall we? Cut that, bring that up here into our wrapper as well. Format, please. And this output function there is going to be the bit that's in to do, right? So we get rid of our to do, get rid of those. So now we're calling our inner function, which is this bit here, collect any output from it, which is that return that's saved there, set it as the message. Otherwise, if there are any errors, display them. And we don't actually need that anymore because we're already doing stuff with the output. So now we've got a wrapper that does all of the form related things, and the inner bit of the wrapper is just the save function. That means we could copy that if we want to, paste it, save, draft clicked, and it doesn't do the analytics, say, and post draft data to the API. Saved, draft. So we've moved all of the related functionality here out into this separate wrapper, we can create our individual actions, which are then wrapped directly. Hope you found that interesting, and yeah, use with caution.